Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of the Blind Prophet walkthrough. Now, we will finish in this video the prologue and the first chapter, so let's go. We have to go to Vic. We have just destroyed the bar. What's this? A message? Humans are the worth saving. Their souls are wicked. They alone are the source of all evil. Abandon your burden and join us. Signed T. What's the meaning of this? Who has... That man. It's him for sure. Good God, what the hell's going on here? Oh, let's talk to Vic. Bartholomeus. What's that face you're wearing? You look like you've just seen death. I came pretty close, you could say. Go on, I'm sure you've seen worse. Tell me all, I'm dying to know. Well... Wait, I can guess. You went in, tracked down that bastard of a boss, and you gave him a good hiding, I'll bet. None of that. What? But... Well, yes, but it wasn't him. It was, your friend, Jade. What? It's impossible. Jade? You haven't heard her, eh? Vic? She's such a kind girl. Warm, friendly, and... Demons don't always look like you'd imagine, with big teeth, you know. She bewitched the boss, just to make him play the bad guy. And she used him to lay a trap for me. A trap? Hang on, you said the demons didn't know you were here, no? Yes, that's where I smell a rat. Somebody put them onto me. And when I tried to get out of the fire in the mermaid, some guy locked me in. Could that be him? I think so. Did you see anyone passing by your door? No, why? Read this. Oh God. My hunch was real. Somebody wants me to fail and my hide. But you've nothing to fear, have you? You're immortal, aren't you? Let's just say I'm tough, but not invincible. Oh no. I'm going to get to the bottom of this, but from now on, every second counts, Vic. Can you think of anywhere I might encounter a demon? Well, I can think of anywhere in Gore Bay. Try Rotborg. You're bound to find some traces there. Very well. Just before the mermaid smile, there's some steps. You can't miss it. And if you need any help, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks a lot, Vic. Be seeing you. You're leaving already. Slam the door. You can be a bit weird at times. Strange, even downright unpleasant. Hey, my brooch. He remembered my brooch. Thanks. So let's go up here. Rotborg. Is that understood? Not a word more, right? Okay, fine. Don't worry about it, Inspector. A policeman. See you. Are you ready, guy? Are we in frame? We are here on the scene of the tragic accident that took place last night. The conclusions of the inquiry point to a likely suicide that was affected by this last leap. The identity of the deceased has yet to be established. The police are appealing for any witnesses or anyone with evidence to come forward. The motives behind the suicide are, however, bullshit. Don't believe them, they are liars. The guy didn't throw himself off. Get out of here, you nutcase. Some of us have work to do. It's not a game. Okay, I reckon we can pack up now anyway. At least we got the message through. That filthy bum messed up my jacket. What a start to an evening. Hey, let's get out of here before it starts raining. So that's where the guy fell down. And let's talk to the homeless guy. Good evening. I overheard your conversation. It sounded quite interesting. Really? Aren't you frightened by the ravings of an old drunk? They are often more reliable than those of the media, apparently. You saw them too? Conniving with a cop just then? That's not my game. That's why I'd like your story. Okay then, here goes. I was there lying down awake. A guy comes running up. It looked like he had the devil on his tail. I know what you mean. He was talking to himself like he was possessed. He got louder and louder. It was crazy, like, really. And then he had the leg over the rail and threatened to jump, and then there was this giant blue flash of lightning that ripped him apart. A blue flash? It wasn't natural, not like the sound of thunder. It was more like the shattering of glass. Yeah, that's it. Were you there? And then the guy looked like he's been filleted, totally flat. Totally flat? Yeah, just his skin, with his clothes nearly sliding off. Then his body tipped over and landed down there. I've got to have a look at that. Nah, the cops have taken it away. You're too late. Damn it, I'll have to. And that's not all. I swear I saw a ghost rise out of his body just after the blue flash. A ghost come out of his body? God, what the hell's been going on here? Nah, it must be the drink talking. It's nothing, forget it. I don't think so. There's details you just can't make up. Did you see anything else? Try to remember, please. I think he dropped something when he shriveled up. Thinking again, it was more likely a ring as the fingers withered, no? Interesting. Let's hope the police didn't find it first. I'll take a look. Thanks a lot. So if we look with this one, we can... Oh, it's here. It's a signet ring. Let's take it. Give it to the man. I found the ring. There's a seal on it. Does this mean anything to you? Yeah, I've seen it somewhere, but I can't remember. There's a guy in Gore Bay, an antiques dealer. He'll tell you. An antiques dealer? Great, I'll check him out. And as for me, I'm going to try and get some sleep. Too many adventures for me today. Too much excitement. Thanks again. Hey, he's already asleep. This is for you, old guy. That was Butani's money. Put it to good use. So let's go back. And here is the antique shop. Let's talk to Edward. Hi, everything okay? Yes, well, it might not be the best of times. What's up? I can see that there's something amiss. It's nothing, forget it. Well, alright, I just need some information. Are you the antique expert of Gore Bay? Well, I can come back later if you prefer. Let's hear you. I have an antique ring with a coat of arms. I'd like to know more. Ah, that's a pity. I can't see a thing. Where's your glasses? They're... lost them, somewhere. Come on, out with it. What's the matter? It's those thugs that hung around the square. They came in and started taking stuff. They saw I was scared, so they ran off with my glasses. I didn't dare throw them out. There were two of them. I was scared stiff. I feel so damned helpless, you know. Alright, don't go away. No, do nothing. If I do anything, they'll start again. One time I called the police and they came back the next day, even angrier. Just leave it to me, they won't come back this time. Let's leave and talk to the thugs on the left. Are you the ones with the antique dealer's glasses? Get lost, you. Give them to me. I told you get lost, asshole. Now, I prefer use intimidation. Great, look me right in the eyes. Shit, what the... Here's a foretaste of what awaits you after death. I'm going to return you to your rightful owner. That was easy. And we use the glasses. Thanks a lot. How did you do it? I cut their throats, then hung their bleeding corpses in the main square of Gore Bay opposite the police station. I thought that would dissuade the others and might inspire the police. What? But that's brilliant. And all this time I've been dreaming that someone would get round to it. Steady, steady now. I'm only joking. Oh, me too. Of course. Well, let's see that ring. Interesting. It's the Morrow coat of arms. The biggest fishing business in the town, a very old family. But this is a sort of ring that passed down from generation to generation. Unless it's been stolen from one of the descendants, I don't know how you've come by it. You're saying it must have come from a descendant of the Morrow family. has to logically, well, technically speaking, anybody could wear it. Maybe it's been lost to the family for ages. It's impossible to say. I see, but I have to be sure. Do you know where I can find the Morrows? That's likely to be difficult, to tell the truth. They're all dead. Say, however, I said that, but it's the father, the head of the company, who's dead. The family fell apart, but I don't know how much more about it. If you're interested, there's still the manor house on the outskirts of town. Thanks a lot, I'll see what I can do. Good luck whoever you are, and thanks for the glasses. I hope those thugs won't come back. I'd be very surprised. So time to leave. Group of thugs. Hey you, come here. Sorry? Come here, I'm not gonna eat ya. Are you got a cig? A cig? I don't think so. You think or you don't know? Well, I must be going. Goodbye. Wait. Where are you off to like that? Hang on a sec. You got a problem with... He had it coming. Easy now. No need to get excited. Excuse my friend, he's a bit on edge these days. On edge? A bit like yourself, it looks like. I'm not on edge. Go now or I'll kill you. Ha ha ha. Such trust, you don't say. A bit too trusting even. My name is Gorus. My job is to give directions to tough nuts like you. Otherwise, they'd be up to no good, as you can see. If you ever have trouble with anyone, come and see me. It's better to face the hassles of life as a team, isn't it? A team? Are you joking? I'm not interested. Peace off now. Hey, a bit more respect from you, Blondie. No, calm down, Scribing. Leave it to be. It's up to him. If you ever change your mind, we won't be far off, okay? That's enough. I'm off. So if we look at the map, the manor is here, and we can understand from we go right. And I think we have to go down and right. Hey, I know you. You helped me out a little while back. Really? Wait. No, I don't remember. Pardon me? But we met just an hour ago. I'm only joking, of course. It's so unpleasant when someone doesn't remember you, Oh, that's enough. I can see what you're playing at. 1 hour ago you implied we'd already met. You're mistaken, it's absolutely impossible. Oh yeah, I'm surely mistaken. I was just stuck. It was dark at the time. I couldn't have seen clearly. Let's drop the subject, okay? Alright, but I won't keep you. You look like you're busy. Good evening to you. Till we meet again. You too. Oh shit, if I'd known that it was muddy, I wouldn't have worn my good shoes. When they said manor house, I imagined something with a bit more style. This place is really weird, guy. Who had the bright idea to send us out here to film a story about the Morrow's ancient manor, good God? But it was me. What? You're having me on, I hope. Nah, it's really great for the documentary. We've got to have some shots of the manor house, right? My documentary? But that's got nothing to do with it. The title is The Fall of Rotborg, After the Crisis, Blood and Tears. Besides, I'm rather proud of my title. And as you might have noticed, there is no Morrow Manor in it. But the Morrows had the greatest fishing business. We have to mention their fortune, the death of the boss, the following legal battle, and... oh good God, guy, nobody's interested in all that. What the people want to see is shock horror stuff, not a heap of ruins. Stuff like shots of corpses or witnesses weeping. You'll never make the ratings with your stupid analysis. I'm not all sure people are so... Enough, let's change the subject. Didn't you say there was some legend about a ghost here? Yeah, sort of. I've heard kids say the mother's ghost still haunts the place and that... Wait, that's not bad, that. And the thing with the rope? Yes, and the rumor that she hung herself after going mad. But that's not really sure and... Perfect, this is getting interesting. And then the thing with her kids too, you know? They took them away from their mother after the bailiffs took the goods. That's it, if we can get at least 3 minutes out of that, it'll be fantastic. Well, we've done a good job. We can get back to the office and put it together now. But we haven't shot any footage. So what? In any case, it's impossible to climb over this thing. Anyway, it's not impressive. We'll find a few black and white photos of some other place. It'll be much more cool. Hey, let's get out of here. All this walking has tired me. A ghost. Help, thief. I'm under attack. Sorry, okay, I'm coming too. Right, let's get down to serious business. I must find out who that man was who got struck down and what happened to him. Let's go. So if we try to open the door, it's not turning. And if we observe the name of the Morrow brought into the gate, there's a mechanism and some symbols in the center. If we use a ring, a plinth inscribed with the secret legends, only he who knows the order of the world may enter our mess. Bad combination, okay, a bunch of symbols, there must be some logic. Okay, so it's this combination. And we're into the manor. Now it's the first act, Ghosts of the Past. If we try to open, it's so rotten that the knocker fell off when I touched it. And if we go to the right, you can see a rope. You see it. I hope it's not being used for what I think it's being used for. Don't need it at the moment. So if we observe it's way too high and need something to climb up there with. And now we can take the rope. We take the door knocker, we use it with the rope, and we have a hook. Let's go to the right and use it with a window, and we're in. Let's grab the statuette, nothing more we can do here. If we look at the doors, we'll see some names inscribed. It's marked Elsa and this is Ludwig. Let's go down. And if we use a receptacle, we put the statue in the middle. Let's leave, and now a door has opened. We couldn't open it before. Either that door opened by magic or I'm not alone here. Let's go inside. We'll look at the axe. What the hell's that thing? There won't be much here for hurting ghosts. So, let's look at the mini piano. Pull aside the papers. And I can really hardly remember how to read music, but I'll try to play this. So this pretty much explains it with what you have to do. The score is from left to right, so we begin here like words of phrase. Then if we convert the lines into numbers, the lowest will equal 0, so that means that this line is 0, the gap is 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The space between the next line equals 1, as I've said, then the next line is 2, and so forth until 8. And so combination is, if we start from here, it's 7, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 7. And I will get the statue. A second statuette. There must be a third one somewhere. Now we can't get the axe yet. And I think we can do it. We examine the door. Does Ludwig use? It's locked. Not to worry, I'll find something here to open it with. And now that we have done that, we can take the axe. It's one of those adventure games where in order to highlight something, you have to observe something else first. So let's use the axe on the door. We break it open and let's go in. Now if we use Ludwig's office, so there is a diary, and so there are 3 things we can arrange here. This is the moon cycle, this is the wind, and this is the compass. So we start from day 1. It says, "Dearest Papa, tales of the voyage of our ancestor Archibald Morrow have so captured my imagination that I created a little automaton that." So first day of the voyage. So it's northeast. Has been trading and sets his sails for the northeast. A perfect wind calmly blows. That's the perfect wind. Into the Gulf, sailing even by night, thanks to a splendid moon. Now splendid moon, that means it's a full moon. And we do this one. So we got the second day. The 7th day, the wind having completely dropped, which means no wind, the vessel drifted towards the south, despite all the crew's efforts. So the 7th day, the moon is like this. You can check it from the moon cycles. So we go to the third one. One dark night, that means here, if I remember correctly, that prohibited any position taking, so we don't change that. A terrible storm, which means full wind, from which they barely escaped, almost wiped out the expedition. Now the other one. The following day, Archibald Morrow, making good use of the raging winds, that followed the storm. Now since this is the storm, the raging winds are here. In an inexplicable but intuitive decision, wheeled the ship in the exact opposite direction from that which they took at the start. So that means northeast. No, it's northwest. And it's the following day. south. Yeah, we started at northeast, so it's southwest. Forgot it was northeast. So the first day was northeast, now it's the complete opposite. And the last one, the last week, under skies clement and favorable, that means here, Archibald brought his expedition safely into port, where he revealed his new route that has hitherto served a commerce that has never ceased to flourish. So east, and after 7 days, it has to be somewhere here, if I remember correctly. Yep. And we got the last statue. Let's go down. There's a receptacle. So the woman's in the middle, the boy's on the left, the girl's on the right side. You click, leave and enter. You open a door. And that's a ghost. Observe, a ghost. It must be Mrs. Morrow. Discuss. She's grieving on her husband's tomb. Maybe I can catch her attention. So we use the signet ring. That ring you've got there belongs to my son, Ludwig. Tell me what happened. Miss Morrow, I presume. I have some bad news for you. I'm listening. A man threw himself off the Rothborg panorama last night. My God, Ludwig, you too. I'm truly sorry, except, according to a witness, it wasn't a suicide. Ludwig murdered? I think your son was a victim of something supernatural. He looked possessed and tried to escape by killing himself. But something else happened, something much stranger. Something that only happens when a fault between two dimensions opens. That's impossible. What are you trying to tell me? Coming from a ghost, I wouldn't have thought that supernatural would surprise you that much. You're right. And to think I mistook you for a burglar, do excuse me for all that, please. It's nothing. I've seen plenty in my time. And so, you no longer have any connection with your children? No, my husband died after a very long illness, followed hard on its heels by the crisis. Ludwig was too young to take over his father's firm. Elsa was a talented pianist, she wasn't interested in business. My children were taken away from me, and so I fell into despair. I see. But who took your children? You're not from around here, I see. I'll have to tell you more about the last few years in Rothborg. It was a flourishing town, both economically and culturally speaking. Everywhere it was talked of as a fortunate place to live. Ours was a very important family, as half of the fishermen earned their living thanks to the Morrow company. We held sumptuous dinners where the town's future was decided amongst our partners and our friends. But after the crisis, the town was shaken by violent struggles and the economy collapsed. Then a young businessman appeared, Stanislas Ra, took possession of the strategic areas for a pittance. He built up an empire, gradually obtaining a stranglehold, without worrying about the beauty or the soul of this town. But he had a free hand. Our families attracted the hatred of the people unjustly. When I think that we were accused of being obsessed by money, we would never have done a fraction of what he did. But it was too late. The town's immunity defenses were exhausted. A typically demonic practice, I see. Where can I find this Ra? He's thrown up his tower on top of the old town hall. You can't miss it. Very well, thank you very much. This has cleared up a lot of things for me. I still don't know anything about this Ludwig, unfortunately, but I absolutely must find out what's been going on here. His murder is hiding something. Perhaps you could get in touch with Elsa? Maybe they were still in contact. That's true after all. Would you have any idea how to find her? It was 20 years ago. She must be 30 by now. When the creditors of Stanislas Ra repossessed our goods, they made sure I was taken for a mad woman. They put my children in an orphanage. I've never seen them since. Oh, I'm really sorry for you, Miss Morrow. I think that Elsa stayed on in Rothborg. I can't see any other way than to search for her all over town. Not a very enchanting perspective, but I'll ask some acquaintances if they got any leads. I really must get to the bottom of this. And what about Stanislas Ra? Don't worry. I've reserved a place in hell for him. Thank you so much. Rest in peace, Miss Morrow. So it was Ludwig Morrow, the descendant of the reigning family of Rothborg. But why was he murdered? And why did such a fault open up at the moment he died? I haven't all the pieces yet, but I'm getting there. I absolutely have to find his sister, Elsa. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Luckily, I have some competent sources. Vamoose. So let's leave. Hey you were hanging around the panorama a while ago. The scene of the crime? Right. And you would be head of police, I think? Precisely, and according to law, I ought to bring you in. Excuse me? What for? Carrying a weapon in public, you have no reason to walk about with a thing like that. Let's see, my friend. I don't think that matters, but you disguise crimes as suicides. What? You? Take it easy, it's none of my business. But don't come and threaten me for crimes I'll never commit. Cheeky bugger, you deserve a good hiding. But you've got a point. Listen, I know very well what goes on in this town. But we can't get round to everything at the same time, can we? It's not possible to make everything public, nor is it to waive procedure or compromise social cohesion, or... You don't really have any choice, I see. Yes, it's a constant struggle. I do what I can. What's your name? Me, Commissioner Louis Radlavach. My name is Bartholomeus. What's that? I promise you I'll do no harm with the sword. It's understood. I did not intend to arrest you, you know. I've other fish to fry. It was just a warning. I'll remember. Move along then. So let's leave. We have to go to where Here. We have to go up. And to the left. And if we enter, we will find Elsa. Does this ring mean anything to you? What? Where did you get that from? Elsa Morrow? Thank God, I thought I'd never find you. You've been sent by Ra, that's it? What have you done to my brother? Ra? Nothing of the sort, No, you've all got it in for me, go away. In for you? Wait, you don't understand. Get out, or I'll call the police. Calm down, Elsa, Get away, Nutter, I don't want anything to do with you. Good grief, I can't get through to you. Too bad, I'll have to try something else, so let's go up. So remember she was a piano player, and if we use a piano, try to remember the melody. So again the same things, 7, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7. What? What's that? That music, it's my hymn to Rothborg. Who are you? I don't wish you any harm. I just want to uncover the truth about your brother's murder. Have you got a moment? Yes, tell me everything. I see, so in a nutshell, after you were shut up in that orphanage, Ludwig and you had to give up your respective aspirations. You had absolutely no support at all. The Stanislas Ra mob made sure we were kept under. This is the only kind of work I can get, you see. I see. Ludwig tried everything, and each time it came to nothing. And I'm sure that it was Ra who scuttled it. My brother and I were crippled with the debts we owed to the Roteborg Bank. Run by Ra, of course, like everything else. And so Stanislas Ra proposed a pact with your brother to clear those debts. That's what he told me one evening. This pact certainly cost him his life. You wouldn't know what it could have been about? No idea, but I'm going to find out. Emptied from the inside, I'd never seen the like. All that for money, and it's deeper than that. The whole town is in the clutches of demons. Oh, that's what were you saying before? It's a bit weird, but I suppose it's one way of looking at things. I'm going around to the Ra's tower and deal with him. In his tower, but it's a stronghold. Elsa, you must promise me something. After I've dealt with him and moved on, you've got to ditch this job and take over the running of Roteborg. Run this town? The demons is one thing, but there will always be corruptible people. After I leave, somebody will have to put things back on track. No, I can't. I wouldn't have the strength. Try, if only in memory of your brother and parents. It will no longer be my business. Stop, you're asking too much of me. You don't have to succeed, but you could at least try. Think it over. Blam, the guy bursts open. Hey, what's going on here? It's just... Reaching again, Elsa? Get back to work instead of trying to pick up the clients. Yes, Mr. Koch. Sorry. You'll have to forgive her. She's not quite right in the head since she lost her parents. Something in the genes, I presume. Her mother was cracked too. What do you think, Elsa? You reckon it's genetic too? I don't... You are her boss, aren't you? Yes, my name is Niels Paul Kochen. He works for the Ra Corporation. The Ra Corporation? I see. Get back to your mop, you. I don't need the scrubber to introduce me. Keep cool, this jerk would be useful. Thanks for the offer anyway. I'm a bit curious, could I have a look at your office? Of course, I was just taking a break myself, if you care to join me. So let's go in, talk to the jerk. So you work for Stanislas Ra, very impressive. Yes, I also work for the Ra Foundation, which helps young people in distress. There's a lot of bad things said about my master, my employer. He's a millionaire, but first and foremost, he's a philanthropist. He gives much of his money to orphans, such as little Elsa and her brother. Yes, she was mumbling something about her brother. They found the poor bastard squashed flat like pancake the other day. That doesn't seem to have helped the girl's mental health. I believe the strain of his debts was too much for him, and he wanted to put an end to his life. However, she seemed to be saying that Ra was ready to cancel his debts. Really? How odd. I didn't know that. That's not surprising, you did say he was a philanthropist. He's just a puppet, he's of no use to me. You were saying? I was saying he's so honest looking, I'd like to do business with such a good man. Do business? You're in business? Of course, I'm a fruit exporter from South America. Really? I'm here on vacation, but I'm itching to do business, I just can't help it. If only I could meet him and open up a new trading route. A new trading route from South America? In that case, you should find him in his tower at this time of day. Wonderful. And if you care to tell him that I sent you, you see, I understand. Depend on me not to forget it when I get the chance. Wonderful, my luck's smiling on me at last. I'll be off then, let's hope he'll have the time to see me. I hope so, good evening to you, my dear fellow. So let's leave and go to the tower. this tower is here. So we go up. Then we have to go here. That's the only choice. And let's see. Yeah. Let's try to enter. You know entry. You know invitation. I've been sent by Niels Paul Kohn. He said I could meet Mr. Ra. That'd be invitation. You now entry. Thanks. Wait. What? You things leave cloakroom elevator. Low. Recover on way out. Very well. I won't be needing it. So that's a golem. And if we try to use the elevator, you in elevator go, but machine need fingerprint or employee accompanied. If you know employee, elevator no open. What? Couldn't you have told me that before? The law. So I must be an employee or be accompanied by one, is that it? Yes, or you no entry. It's so tedious. There's been a few developments in security systems since my last mission. What, it wasn't even 50 years ago. Technical progress is now running away with itself. Well, I might have to ask Niels Paul Kohn for contribution. So let's go back. And then we have to go here. Check. Yep. Nobody here? There's things all over the floor. Something odd has happened here. But we check the computer and we play the archive. What's up, Elsa? Have you finished cleaning the toilets? Very amusing. I came to see you because I've been thinking. You've been thinking? You're not short of a joke, I see. And just what have you been thinking? Shut up, I'm done with that. What the... I'm not your flunky anymore, you trash. I've decided to quit. I've had enough of this dump, putting up with your ugly mug. Haha, charming girl. And where are you going? Might I remind you, no one else would burden themselves with a Morrow. Who cares? I don't belong here. You've no longer any hold on me. Not you, not Ra, not anybody. So, ciao, fat porker. Ha 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 ha. Elsa. Mr. Ra would never forgive me for letting the last heir of the Morrows run away. To tell you the truth, he has much more interesting plans for you. What's your game? Plans for your noble blood and your peachy skin. You're crazy. Get back. Let go of that, you'll hurt yourself. Everything is alright. Schlack. Yep, that's the finger we need. Good God, stupid little bitch. I'm gonna take you to Gehenna. You'll see what it'll do to you. You're going to get a conversion worthy of little horse like you. Elsa, God. So let's use a radiator, and we found this should do the job. So, time to go back to the tower and finish chapter 1. Let's use it on the elevator. Beep beep. This thing's opening at last. I have to leave you here, fortunately. Be good, my beauty. Wait. Hey, don't you have to show something to the guard? No, he knows who I am. I've been here before for interviews. It's my first day on the job. I'm just an intern. Thanks for holding the door. I'm late already. Forget it, no worries. Well, so let's have a look of the overall situation. I've got to find this Stanislas Ra, the demon who governs this town via his network of influence, especially economic. Just a sort of big network that's going to be difficult to take apart. I've got to find a way to get inside discreetly and take a look at the place. And wait for the right moment to act. Unfortunately, I look a bit suspect as it is. Damn. I need a cover. Someone nobody knows. But that nobody will be suspicious of. That could be difficult. That's not your day, friend. Unless... So sorry, young man. Second act, the Tower of Discord. Well, the intern's late on his first day? The intern? What? Aren't you the intern that we've been stuck with? Oh yeah. Yes, that's right. I'm truly sorry for the delay. Okay, right, you've turned up just at the right moment. We're having an emergency. An emergency? Excellent, it's time to put you to the test, lad. What with tonight's debate, the elections, the campaign media coverage, we're so overloaded. I have a mission for you of supreme importance. The coffee machine's over there, we're going to need the continual supply all night long. What? I'm not the... What's the problem, big boy? You don't have it. You don't have to if you don't want to. We'll just have to find us another intern. Okay, I'll see to it. Well, hop to it, boy. We need some coffee on the double, and with a smile. Very well. Phew, that was Act 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful for anyone who might be stuck in the game, and I'll see you very soon with the second round. Have a great time.